I cannot be bothered to go and make food, so I'm just like, I'll order food instead so I can just lie here and starve rather than actually get up and make myself food. Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about like university, my experience, and like sort of advice and tips that I'm going to give to you, because I understand that a lot of people are kind of going through the university process at the minute with getting offers, accepting offers, looking at university open days, because I did it myself this time last year. So I know what you're going through. The struggle is real. It's a very long, outdrawn process, but it's okay. It'll all be worth it in the end up. So like, I watched YouTube videos last year to sort of give me an insight into what university life was like for some people. I understand that obviously everyone's experience is different, and my experience wouldn't turn out like theirs, but it sort of gives you like an idea what it was like during freshers week, sort of money struggles, pros and cons, because at school or college or sixth form or whatever you're doing, you're just told this is university, this is the course you're going to do, enjoy, have fun. So I just thought I would make a video to like sort of give a bit of guidance and help to anybody that would need it. So yeah, that was quite a long rant. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is Freshers Week. I'm assuming that you know what Freshers Week is, because practically everybody knows what it is. So yeah, Freshers Week is just sort of a week or fortnight where the university that you go to or Students' Union holds loads of different events for all of the like first years coming in, and they can be like events throughout the day, and there can be, majority of the time it's events throughout the night, such as going clubbing or like going to like pubs and doing pub crawls and different events like that. So my Freshers Week experience was sort of how I expected it to turn out. It was, in terms of doing stuff in the day, I was literally so busy with like going out socialising with like new friends that I'd made, and like there wasn't an awful lot of like events throughout the day at my university. I don't know if it's different at other ones, but nighttime was sort of like the main focus for different things to be doing. So an event that I went to called Carnage, and it's where it's all like they hold them all over the UK for like different universities, and it's where you sort of do like a club crawl, and on the back you like get a t-shirt, and on the back of it it says like different tasks that you have to do. So I did Carnage, a bit in Liverpool called Concert Square, and that's like a big fresher spot. Like it's pretty much because like 90% of the places you get into you don't have to pay. There's like a couple nightclubs you have to pay into, but a lot of them in Concert Square you don't have to pay into, which is really handy. So me and my friends just kind of went there. It's like a way to bond. I know that sounds horrendous, like we're like raging alcoholics, like have to go out and bond, but like we're not actually, I promise. Yeah, we'd go out at night, and then in the daytime you would sort of just be like getting your bearings on like what you're doing, because obviously I'm from Northern Ireland and then I moved to Liverpool and I go to Liverpool John Moores University. So obviously like I was moving from living in the country to like living right in the centre of city, so that was a big jump for me, and it took me sort of a while to like get my bearings. So that's what I did in the daytime, was just sort of like take a dander into town, walk about, see where everything was. Say the days go in so quick you don't even understand in freshers. Like even now they go in so quick, but during freshers, because you're always doing something, you're always meeting new people, like the days literally go like that. Okay, so another thing during Freshers Week was obviously you get to meet everybody on your course, which was a lot of fun. Like we went, the first day we got there, our lecturers took us to like this like sort of bar place and put money on the tab, and then we could just go up and like get drinks for ourselves, and they held like a quiz and stuff, which was a really good way to get to know everybody. And I'd say a lot of universities would do that. Our course is quite small, there's only like 40 on our course. Oh my god, my battery's flashing red. No! Obviously I'm talking from my own experience, so your freshers could be really different, but I had a really good freshers week, 2 weeks. I made loads of friends during it. Obviously I don't talk to them all now because you meet like hundreds of people at once. But in terms of expectations, yeah, it did like live up to the expectations that I thought it did. Summing it up, like you sleep, you eat, and then you go out at night. That's literally like 2 freshers weeks summed up. So yeah, that's Freshers Week. done. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is living away from home. So this might not apply to everybody, because if you're going to university, you might go to university like in your hometown and then you might decide to live at home, but this applies to people that are like living away from home, which could even be living in halls down the road from your house. Like, it doesn't mean necessarily having to go to a city. But yeah, like I said, I moved from Northern Ireland to Liverpool, and all I can say is it was the best decision I've ever made. Obviously I get homesick the odd time, but you know, you just have to call your mum up or your dad or just be like, look, I feel a wee bit homesick, and they'll talk to you and you'll be fine. I've had quite a good experience in terms of homesick. Like, obviously I get sad the odd time, but like, you've lived with your parents for 18 years and now you're out by yourself. It's going to be like that, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. And you can also go and talk to your friends. Like, I'm sure they're going through the same thing. Everybody, honestly, everybody experiences. Some people might not say that they feel homesick, but I can pretty much guarantee that they have felt like homesick at some point, which is totally natural. Like, it's not a bad thing. Another thing that I learned like since being away from home was like, I appreciate home so much more now. Like, don't get me wrong, home is home. Like, home is always gonna be home. Like, since being away, like, I appreciate my mum and dad like a hell of a lot more. Like, I obviously appreciated them when I was at home, but it's just small things like washing and having your dinner ready for whenever you're hungry, and just being able to like go and speak to them if you like are upset about something. I'd honestly recommend just to go away and move out. I don't know, I just feel like it gives you the chance to really sort of get your full uni experience, because you really have to do everything for yourself. So you've got, you know what I mean, like if you're away from home you've really got no choice to do it. That was another thing, like just living away from home. Like, I would definitely say, like, I would really recommend moving away from home, because it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like, I can always go home again, it's only a flight away, and it means whenever I am going home I get really excited about going home. I do a lot more when I'm at home, and I just feel like I've got the enjoyment of being at home, being with my family, and then also being able to like look forward to coming back to university, to like all my friends, and sort of living like, I like live two like such different lives, because at home I live in the country, so I'm like obviously in the country, and then here I'm like in the city, so it's two such different things. So okay, so if this has changed, like if the background's changed and all, it's because my battery was flashing red and I had to change it, so I had to move my camera, blah 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 blah. Okay, so that's, I think I've like sort of covered like living away from home. Okay, so in terms of struggles, like I'm sure you know what these are going to be. The first struggle would be obviously dinner, like food. You have to do your shopping every week, so I would do my shopping on like a Wednesday or Thursday at Aldi, and then I would get a week's worth of shop, and then that would do me obviously for the whole week. So like having to go out and buy your food and know what you're buying. Like the first week I went shopping, I bought the biggest load of crap ever. Like, I think I bought like a pack of apples to make myself feel better about the fact that I bought so much rubbish, and I was literally living off pizza and pasta and apples. I'm still here, I'm still living, so it's okay. But yeah, you kind of, after being here for a while and settling in, you kind of understand what food you like, what food you're going to eat. There's no point in buying a heck of a load of food, because firstly it's not going to all fit in your freezer and fridge, especially if you're sharing, and you don't want to waste money. Be wise with your money, don't be throwing it around you like something stupid, because food does go off. Obviously if it's stuff like tin stuff then it's okay, but yeah, shopping is a struggle. Another thing is not having a car, because you have to walk everywhere. Ugh, this sucks. Obviously if you don't drive you won't really understand, but like I guess even you don't have anybody to drive you about except from taxis. But yeah, not having a car is such a struggle. You have to walk everywhere. If it's pouring rain you have to put your coat on and just go for it, because you don't have a car and you can't afford to pay for taxis, so it's just life. First world problem, isn't it, like not having a car. So yeah, paying for your washing is another massive struggle. £2.70 per wash, and then you have to pay £1.10 to dry it. But it's so worth drying it, because it makes them like your clothes like so warm and cozy. So I always dry it, because I don't want a damp smell in my room. Oh, money, oh my goodness. You really have to be careful with managing your money, because if not, you don't want to be living on baked beans for like the last 3 weeks of uni. Like, just budget yourself and like be wary with your money. First week don't be going out throwing it around you, like it's just silly. Just budget yourself out and you'll end up being able to get by. You'd much rather get by without overspending and having no money at the end of the week than just doing it as you go along. So that's definitely another thing I'd say is like the money struggle. Just be really careful with it, because A few things that I have like learned or sort of experienced since being at uni was, whenever you come to uni, you can't really judge anybody. Like, everyone is so different. You're going to meet such a big group of people, like different, diverse group of people you've ever met in your life, and you just can't jump a bullet and judge them based on like their appearance or what they say or where they're from. Like, you just have to get to know everybody, and it's sometimes the people that you expected least to be friends with that you actually are friends with. So that's another thing I've learned, just to be sort of, everyone at uni is just so carefree. You just do what you want, like no one ever judges you, and you just do what you want to do, and if you're happy doing it, then that's the main thing. Like, you just can't be judging people. So it's another thing I've learned. I've also gained a hell of a lot of confidence since coming to university. Like, since getting my job and stuff, I've had to meet like a lot of new people. I've had to throw myself in the deep end, organising events for things. So yeah, that was a confidence booster. At the start it kind of wrecked my confidence. I was a bit like, crap, but you just get used to it. Like I said, no one really cares, so you don't really have anything to be worrying about. Another thing that sort of improved my confidence, obviously doing YouTube, like I don't think anybody like will fully ever understand, just because I have such support, like such supportive people around me. They just were like, Tori, just go for it, like why not? So definitely throwing yourself, university gives you the chance to sort of like throw yourself in at the deep end and just do things that you would never expect to do normally. And I think it's great. Like, it opens up so many more doors and opportunities for you to try new things. Definitely builds your confidence a heck of a lot. Like, meeting people, YouTube, well obviously that's my own personal experience with YouTube. Being in a new place, you sort of get to like create a new person, like create a new identity. You just get to do what you want to do, and no one really ever really says anything more about it. So I think that's all. I know this might be quite a long video because I don't really know, because my battery's cut out like 4 times, so hopefully it's not been too long. And I know this video might not be everybody's cup of tea, and it probably isn't useful to a lot of yous, but I know that there is people out there that are like sort of going through the university process, and I would definitely have wanted a video like this whenever I was going through mine. So if it's useful to one person, then that's all that matters. If you'd like to subscribe, just press the big red button down below, give this video a like, and leave me a comment as to what you think. And if you've got any questions about, like, say you're going to university and you've got any questions you want to ask or sort of find out advice on, feel free to like send me a message. It's no problem. Like, I'll try my best to answer your question as best as possible. And if you've got any other video ideas, just leave them below in the comments. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!